No, I'm just trying to understand. Why would you start a social media marketing agency? Well, because if you want to be like that Tai Lopez, that, you know, I'm here in my garage guy, like he seems cool, so he taught a lot about it, you should probably do it. That's why I would do it, because that guy did, and he's like here in his garage, and he has all those like books and Ferraris and all that shit. Well, if I want to learn how to start a social media marketing agency, isn't that shit already competitive? Like, aren't there tons of people already doing it? And is there even any space for me to be able to make some income with it? Here's the thing, you got realtors, you got car dealerships, you got practitioners, you have affiliate marketers, you have high ticket coaches, you have massage therapists, you got all of these industries, and they don't understand the online game. So their methods, their marketing methods that they used like, I don't know, 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 15 years ago when they got started in the business, those don't work anymore. The attention isn't there, the people aren't there. So their AM radio ads, their Craigslist ads, right? Their .com era stuff, it doesn't work anymore. They don't know how to scale Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Snapchat, Twitter, Google, Tumblr. Like, they don't know how to scale that. So that's why they're going to be able to pay you. That's why they want to pay you. They don't want to spend the time. They want to pay a professional that knows how to do it. I don't know how to do an SMMA. I don't understand how to do an SMMA. So what do I do? Well, that's what I'm going to break down right now on today's video. How to start a social media marketing agency in 2019 and the best practices that you can use to just go ahead and go from 0 to 100 real quick, just like Drake said. So you've probably heard of a social media marketing agency before, and it's a new upcoming trend. It's not saturated. There's going to be a lot of opportunity for you to be able to start a social media marketing agency in 2019, going into 2020 and beyond. So what I want you guys to understand is, you know, the average business owner is 51 years old. Okay, that 51-year-old, back when they were my age, 26, social media didn't exist. Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube didn't exist. We have such a golden ticket opportunity to help these business owners and the people that are trying to figure out online, but they don't get it. We have such a golden ticket to be able to market for them, run their ads, manage their campaigns, grow their social media following, and it couldn't be a better time for you to get started with a social media marketing agency. And I'm gonna talk about something very specific because I want you guys to be able to get results quicker than the rest of the guys, all right? Because I want you to be able to have a specialization. So hey, if you're brand new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. If you're trying to get an SMMA started or you're brand new to an SMMA, go ahead and drop in the comment. Let me know what you've learned so far about social media marketing, about running a social media marketing agency. Not sure if you've done it yet, but go ahead and let me know in the comments. So let's go ahead and get started. So I'm going to give you the breakdown of how a social media marketing agency works. It's also called an SMMA, social media marketing agency, SMMA, whatever you want to call it. And then later on, I'm going to actually bring you through the funnel that's made me 7 figures with my SMMA. And I have a specialization. I specifically use Instagram because I don't have saturation on Instagram and I'm able to get my clients a lot more results. So I'm not scouring Facebook, YouTube, Snapchat, Google, Tumblr like other SMMAs. So it takes out competition for me. I have higher profit margins. I have more time because I have a specialization and a focus on one specific social media platform. And I'm also focusing where the people are, all right? Instagram has more engagement than any other social media platform put together, okay? So the engagement and the attention is huge on Instagram. That's why I'm focusing on Instagram. Also for my clients, they don't have to have long-winded content like on YouTube where they're 5-minute, 10-minute, 15-minute, hour-long videos. They get that option if they want, but they don't have to. They're able to reach all corners of the world on Instagram. It's the most engaged social media platform in the world and recently got a valuation of over $100 billion. So Instagram's not going anywhere. It's where 75% of users follow a call to action. It's where 80% of people follow a business, and it's where any business can pick up clients, whether they're a brick and mortar or they're really solely trying to sell their product or service online. So that's why you want to get involved with an SMMA. That's why it's one of the best businesses to start this year. And that's why you want to learn how to start a social media marketing agency. Now, before we get into it here, make sure you smash that like button. And if at any point you have any questions, drop them in the comments. I reply to every single one of them, so I will answer. So let's talk about some of the facts, how an SMMA works, the type of clients you want to be approaching, the type of clients you want to go after, and we'll break down some of the math. And then after that, yes, I'll show you some of my personal results with SMMA because it has earned me 7 figures, and I'll show you one of the strategies that I use to be able to obtain clients and close them. So a lot of people, when they start social media marketing agencies, one, they start out with no skill, and that's normal. You're not gonna have skill when you first start, but where they go wrong is they try to do everything at once. So they try to do Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, SEO, blogging, all this different stuff. Just focus on Instagram. And the reason that I would focus on Instagram is, like I said before, Instagram has over 1 billion active monthly users. It's not going anywhere. There's less saturation because most people on Instagram don't know how to monetize. And then Facebook's reach, you actually have to pay for by running ads. It has 10x less engagement on Facebook organically, and if you want reach on Facebook, you have to pay for it through ads, whereas Instagram, you can achieve it organically and have less ad expenditure, okay? Facebook has 2.7 billion people and it's highly saturated, and when you look at YouTube, it's the 2nd largest search engine in the world. You have to have really good editing skills, you have to know how to keep people along, you have to have pattern interrupts, you have to have all that stuff. Everything that I'm doing right here, right now, here is a giant butt, okay? Like that's a pattern interrupt, and you have to be able to do all of that. And on Instagram, you don't have to do that. The attention and the retention is much higher, and the opportunity to do it is much bigger, and it's where everybody is. You have business owners on Instagram, you have businesses doing business-to-business transactions, you have consumer to business, business to consumer, and you have so much monetization potential on Instagram with less saturation. So that's why I focus on Instagram, and that's why when you start your social media marketing agency, I want you to be focusing on Instagram. Now, let's cut to the chase real quick. What would I be doing, Ben? Like, what would I be doing with an SMMA? All right, well, that is anything from consulting as far as strategies go to help a client grow their Instagram following, all the way to you actually managing, creating content, posting content for them, and having yourself or your team do really all of the management in there. So you can choose to whether or not you want to do sort of a consulting side to getting your hands dirty. What you are doing is helping a particular client grow their following on Instagram, whether you're doing it from the consulting side and telling them what to implement, or you are doing some of the implementation as well. And that goes from content to formulating captions, to hashtags, to DM management, to screening comments, to doing stories, to posting swipe ups, to generating traffic, to running their Instagram story and feed ads, to doing IGTV, creating carousels, creating a feed pattern, all of these strategies to be able to help them grow a targeted following on Instagram. Whether you want to do that from the consultation side or have sort of a hybrid model where you're doing the consulting and a little bit of the legwork, or you're having them do all the legwork, or you're doing all of it, okay? So that's what that entails. Now, here's where I don't want you guys to go wrong, all right? A lot of people will use like follow-unfollow method and the very non-scalable methods to grow on Instagram, and then they'll market that as a service. I talk to people all the time. They're like, I have an SMMA, and they charge $200 a month, and they have like 60 clients. That's not scalable. And the fact that you only have and possess the strategies to be able to charge $200 a month means that the service you're providing is actually quite shitty. Nobody's gonna be able to scale with follow-unfollow and you just reposting other people's content and stuff like that. That is not a business, okay? And the people, the clientele that you're attracting are gonna be onesies, twosies, they stay on for a few weeks, then they're off. They expect to put in $10, make $1 million. They're not business-minded people. So in an SMMA, your minimum charge should be $1,000 a month. And that creates efficiency in your business, because to make 5 figures per month or a 6-figure salary, you only need to have 8, 9 clients a month. I set them up where I charge an upfront fee, I have a contract in place, and that contract says I'm working for a minimum of 6 months. That's extremely important because I only want to attract and work with business clientele and people that understand business and are willing to work through the process and generate a relationship with me where over time we can create results. Because in 30 days, nothing's gonna happen. Rome wasn't built in a day, okay? And neither is a good, successful Instagram account that's monetizable, that generates traffic. So you really wanna get the type of clientele and attract the type of clientele through professionalism, through the assets you have, through the growth strategies, through the knowledge that you have, not follow, not bots, power likes, power views, not any of that. Real, hardcore, algorithm-proof growth strategies, all right? You might have heard of the IGF, the intellectual growth formula. It's something that we teach heavily on our webinar. I've included a link for you to be able to get your spot open registration on that webinar in the description so you can find out more about that. But once you have those growth strategies and you have the professionalism, you want to go after clients that, one, have the money to spend, okay? You want clients that, one, have the money to spend, two, recognize that there's a major opportunity on social media, with social media, that they're not taking advantage of, and three, are willing to pay you for that service, okay? So once you have that agenda figured out, the next thing you want to be able to do is go after clientele. And this is where I use a specific funnel that I get clientele into, and I'm able to actually offer them a strategy session where I evaluate their needs and wants, their goals and things like that. And from there, I close them on the phone to become one of my SMMA clients, all right? So once again, I'm specifically using Instagram. I use a specific funnel. This is a funnel that we created and it works extremely well, okay? Now, understand that some people are going to be a little bit different than others, all right? So when somebody says, I want you to do X, Y, and Z, and you can do X, Y, and Z, don't be like, no, that's not the package, and I'm not doing that, and you gotta do this, okay? No, like, customize, custom tailor your process or the service you're providing to the particular client. Here's an example, okay? Somebody might have an e-commerce store, and they already have content ready to go, okay? But they don't want to take the time to post it. They don't want to take the time to schedule it, all right? And they want you to be able to push traffic, okay? Versus somebody else, like, that's all doable. That's not hard to do. Versus somebody else that's like, hey, I edit and create my own content. I want you to run ads, and I want you to post. I want you to manage my DMs, and I want you to help push that content out there. It's a little bit different package. Custom tailor your packaging, your prices specific to that particular client, okay? Ones that require a little bit more work, you definitely want to be able to charge a little bit more, leave yourself some room, all right? Ones that require a little bit less work, maybe it creates some efficiency and you charge the same or maybe a little bit less. Bottom line is, do not use black hat methods or low sustainability or low worth methods like follow, unfollow, and bots, and power likes, and power comments, and power views, and then call yourself a social media marketing agency, okay? You want to attract, I'm about business. I want you to attract business-minded people, all right? And business-minded people pay money. But you have to be able to get them business-like results. It's not about followers. It's about producing income and traffic. So you really need to get in that mindset. You know, if you're brand new to my channel, make sure you subscribe and check out my other videos because I do go in depth on this. I did $75 million in product sales in the corporate world. I've done multiple millions online. This is something that I take very seriously. I'm not the 17-year-old guru that's gonna teach you how to get 10,000 followers in a day. I make money. And I make money through Instagram, all right? So one of the best ways to make money with Instagram is starting your own SMMA, your own social media marketing agency. So this funnel that you see right here, this is just book your breakthrough Instagram marketing session right now. It's a video of me explaining, hey, I wanna be able to get on the phone with you. I wanna figure out what your needs and wants are, what's keeping you getting from point A to point B, why you feel you've been stuck, what the current income level of your business is, what you've tried, where you wanna be. Let's talk about that. It's a free call. Let's spend 30 minutes, pick a date, pick a time, book it, and we'll get on the phone. They book this, they opt in. Once they see this page, they click a button, they book. When they click that button and book it, I get their name, their email, their phone number, I get them on a Facebook chatbot. Now I'm able to retarget them through email sequence, through chatbot, through retargeting ads, all this different stuff. If they don't show up to the call, I'm able to retarget them. If they do show up to the call, well, I'm either gonna close them or I'm gonna keep working that deal. Now, as part of this, when they book, I use a booking software like Schedule Once or OneHub, okay? When they book that, once they've booked and chosen a date or a time that I've set to be available, and I do this myself and I have my sales team do this as well. Once they go from there, then what I actually do is I have them go to a form, and this form qualifies them. You know, do you have the funds to get started? Yes, no, not sure. Okay, where are you at right now? Where do you want to be? Okay, how urgent is this for you? If they say no, I don't have the funds, I don't talk to them. Sorry, we're not a good fit. That way, I pick and choose who and when I'm gonna spend time, all right? I don't let people waste my time. My time is very valuable to me. But when I do this, I put myself in a position where I'm closing on the phone, I have the control, and I only need to work with a few clients a month. And the reality is that we only work with, let's see, I got Frank Kern, I got Richard, Jen, Nelson, Jim, and I've got some car dealerships we're working with. I work with like 5, 6 clients at a time, but this is like This income stream alone is a $30,000 to $40,000 per month business for me, and that's like small scale. And then on the other side of that, like I have business deals, and we're doing 30, 50, 80K contracts. We got a whiskey company coming in. We got a startup that's got millions of dollars in funding coming in. So, you know, it's a very lucrative business model. But what I'm telling you is don't try to scale somebody's business on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, etc. when you're not a master. You're a master of none, okay? Hone your skills on one, increase those skills so that way you can go back to the same client or a new client and charge more because you've increased your skills, you can increase their results, all right? So that's just something that I highly recommend. Obviously, as you go through this funnel right here, you can see like a little bit about us. Jerome grew his personal account to 100,000 followers. You can see some testimonials. So whatever testimonials you have to this point, and if you don't have any, all right, try to get lucrative and create your own testimonials, create your own results, show them on your account, you know, apply some strategies on your own account, put them in here. So that way you've got a little bit of like social proof here, okay? Then they can click the button and they can pick a time and then you get the notification. It syncs with your Google Calendar. You're able to see, okay, here's Bob. This is what Bob wants. Do I want to get on the phone with him or not? Get on the phone, talk for 30 minutes, interview their needs and wants, close the deal, guys. Does that make sense? Let me know in the comments. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments. And once again, if you want to learn more about creating a six-figure business with Instagram, make sure you register and get yourself locked in on the webinar, okay? Really appreciate you guys watching this video, and if you're brand new to the channel, please make sure to subscribe, all right? I'm always dropping content about entrepreneurship, about how you can create that income online. And this is not get rich quick. This is not for people that are like, hey, I've got $5 to invest and I want to make $1 million. This isn't for moochers. This isn't for millennials that feel entitled to free education, okay? This is for those of you that realize it takes time and money to create business. What I'm trying to do for you now is teach you a really lucrative business and invite you to the webinar that you can get a free spot on so you can learn even more about this, all right? This is something I've scaled over several years. You're not going to learn everything you need to know on a 20-minute YouTube video, all right? So please provide yourself all the information. Register for the webinar. Appreciate you guys being here. My name is Ben Oberg, seven-figure entrepreneur. Subscribe, smash the like, drop a comment, and look forward to seeing you guys on the six-figure Instagram business webinar. Peace.